right, full moon tonight. So we getting some additional energy from the atmosphere. It is absolutely great to do the energy strengthening on nights like this when it's a full moon. You get a little bit of additional properties. You overcome a little bit more. So just from a spiritual aspect of things, on a full moon night, this is when people's true colors a lot of times come out. So when you see a night like this, it is absolutely amazing to do some energy strengthening to overcome. Also, whenever you can face the sun, like typically the sun's going to be facing eastward, which would be to my left. And then you guys will see me in just a second. Actually, let me get this off the screen really quick so you can see exactly what I'm talking about. All right, here I am. Shout out to you guys for being here. We back in here with another one. Hold on, let me give you some peach Americans with peach skin clapping it up for you. Hopefully your day was well and productive. I had an amazing day. Energy was vibrating at a whole nother level. So all the glory to the Most High there. And hopefully you guys had a well and productive day as well too. But let me put this back up on the screen. I got a little bit better picture too. All right, let me get me out of the background so you can see. Let me get my comment off. Yeah, that doggone hunt. And what we hunt tonight is additional energy. We're raising our bar to another level. So again, when you see a full moon night, it is absolutely a blessing. But then it also show you a lot of times who people really are. And you know. Oh yeah. So it's definitely a lot of energy out in the atmosphere tonight. Additional energy that you can use to springboard yourself to another level from a spiritual aspect. But we are back. We are back.
Another one. Another one. Another one. Another one.
We are back with day 8. Let me get myself back on the screen. Yes, sir. We are back with day 8. We are in week 2. We're going to keep this thing moving and grooving. Again, I'm challenging any male out there that said that he's masculine to go down this path. Like, it's really super simple. You just sit there, wait for a timer to go off. You got your hands turned over. What could you possibly lose? But I tell you what, right here in my pocket, I keep my God-like insurance, and I would advise you to do the same. So give Caesar what is Caesar's, but give God's what is God's. After this month, once I take it to another level, there'll be no question about who I am. There'll be absolutely no question. And I am working on what I talked about before. I want to start showing up to random churches. I'm going to use some glasses in order to stream. I'll have my DJ cameraman working on that. And I'm going to actually go in there to certain congregations and, you know, spark some true fellowship and ask them the right questions to provoke actually what's really important instead of just, you know, a lot of people being preacher pimp, and it's turning a lot of people away from the church, which is supposed to be a physical house of worship. You are the church, but then it's also nice to have a church where you can actually go to that's actually preaching the gospel. And I'm going to be preaching the gospel of mama's love, which AKA hate, and the spirit of anger, which is actually corrupting people's souls like 71 going north right now. But again, it is a full moon night. We getting some additional properties out of it, and that doggone hunt. And what we hunt tonight is day 8 night. All right, with that being said, let's get right into it. Let me get this off the screen and let's get into it. Again, if you're new, you're just picking up on day 8. I am doing something called energy strengthening, stillness, a silent prayer, if you will. It is a foundation. It's something to just add to your life in order to make your energy strong. We improve our minds. We improve our bodies. We try to improve our financials. We boss up in all those type of ways. Why shouldn't we boss up with our energy as well too? So that's what I'm here for. That's my lane. That's my channel. I'm going to continue to beat that drum. And right now I'm showing and proving that this is exactly how you do it in order to overcome your anger. Because anybody that has anger, and trust me, you don't want to drop your body with anger. Anybody that has anger, you drop your body with that anger, you're not going to like where you're going. You're absolutely not going to like where you're going. But shout out to everybody that's here. Shout out to everybody that's been on this journey with me. Again, we are at day 8 and we're about to get it. But I've done enough talky. Time to do some walkie-walkie.
Talk is cheap, motherfucker.
All right, and again, you do what you can, and whether it's 2 minutes, 5 minutes, 10 minutes. Again, I recommend 15 minutes in order to be optimal to truly overcome for 30 days straight. In the morning time, also with the nighttime, so that way you get that duality as far as doing it with the night and doing it with the day is very important for energy strengthening in order to make yourself optimum. And at some point, you're going to go and clean out your cup, which means you'll go to your mother and forgive her for what she's done to you. You also go to your father and protect him, or actually go to your father and forgive him for not protecting you from your mom. So what we're doing now is we're just observing, seeing if what I said is truth, seeing if this is the right way, but then also building up our energy to a certain point so that way everything can slow down for us and we can truly observe with no opinion. So this was this practice is for. I wanted to go on the books and say, hey, look, I said I did who I said I am. So that way there's no question moving forward. And what people do with the information, actually, it's been very interesting to see. You know, I put out some shorts, I put out some videos with some flatbacks. They get a lot of views. But when I put out these type of videos where, you know, it's in my, you know, what I can see, true value, not a whole lot of views. So it's very interesting, very interesting. And there's a lot of suffering around the corner. There's a lot of people that are going to suffer very, very soon. So I know that I'm ahead of the curve. And sometimes when you're in a space that people truly can't see or truly don't understand, you got to walk alone. But just remember, a fellowship is just two or more. All right, enough of that. Let's get our timer set and let's get into it. And again, do what you can, whether it's 2 minutes, 10 minutes, 12 minutes, 15 minutes. Again, I recommend 15 minutes day and night for 30 days straight in order to be optimum. That's what I recommend if you truly want to overcome. And again, any noises you hear, any twitches within your body, it seems like there's something watching you or something like that. All that's normal. Stay with it, stay with it, stay with it, stay with it. All right, and try to move your phone away from you. Again, I use an EMF blocker, and I'm not advertising Amazon, but I know that they got some good products there when it comes to this. And I use this in order to block out any type of frequencies from my phone while I'm doing it. I did have a really weird episode, I want to say day 7 night, where my phone just went haywire out of nowhere in the middle of me doing energy strengthening. But again, even that, I observed that with no opinion. All right. And if you have any questions about it, I'll give it a few more minutes after I'm done doing the energy strengthening. This is always an open mic. So if you ever have any questions, how to do the energy strengthening, why that would be important, or just anything in general, throw it in the comments. I'll bring you on stage and we'll fellowship about it. All right. Well, with that being said, I'm going to hit this light behind me. I'm going to sit in this chair behind me. I'll have a salt lamp here so that way you can still see my eyes, that they're actually closed, and that I'm still doing the energy strengthening. Under normal circumstances, I recommend doing the energy strengthening at night in complete dark. But for the purposes of showing and proving, this is why I have the salt lamp now. Yeah, and I'm locked in today. I'm locked in. All right, let's get it. All right, let me get my shades off. Hopefully you guys can see my eyes. Let's get it. Turn your hands over. I'm going to tilt this a little bit forward so that way you guys can see me. And just breathe. All right. We've done it again. Another successful mission. I don't know if you guys can sense the additional energy that was in the atmosphere. Again, it is a full moon night. So typically when it's a full moon night, there's going to be some additional energy in the atmosphere that you can sense, pick up, and use to your advantage. So I would highly recommend on those nights where there is a full moon or something like that to maybe add a little bit more time to your energy strengthening because you will be able to grab that and use that for your benefit. But another successful mission. Pat yourself on the back if you was here with me the whole time. And how cool does this look? Just one more time before we go. Looks pretty cool, right? Look at all that energy in there. And essentially, what I see as the moon, it's a reflection from the sun. As far as the energy that the sun gave out throughout the day, it's hitting the earth a certain way. So essentially, the moon is like the shadow of the sun when it's reflecting off the earth. And that dog gonna hunt. And tonight we're hunting the Most High and making that connection. All right. But that is my time. Hold on, let me get myself back on the screen. Back at it first thing in the morning. Day 8 in the books. All the glory to the Most High. But if I stay any longer, I have to charge you. Peace.